The voters have seen Hillary now for more than 8 years. They really don't like her. I think she's going to have a hard time getting to 50%. She's topped out and can only hang in there really in the mid-40s, whether she's running against Rudy Giuliani or any other candidate in the field. So I think that no matter what she does at this point, she really can't reinvent herself. We know her already. We really don't like her that much. Rudy Giuliani, I think, will be the candidate. He's sounding more and more like he's going to run, and I think it'll be a good race. I think he's going to win rather easily in the fall.
I really wish he would skip the race, to tell you the truth, because I think what
well, you're a Democrat. Of course you want him to skip the race.
Well, no, actually, I think he'd be easier to beat. I think he should skip the race because I think voters are tired of candidates that subject them to somebody's midlife crisis and use them basically as props while he does, terrible things on the personal level, humiliates his wife in front of a news conference by announcing to the public, announcing his divorce to the press before he announced it to her. But it's completely consistent with somebody who would trash an unarmed man who's shot dead, illegally release concealed arrest records. I mean, this is a man who's wasted $5 million of taxpayer money by forcing the public advocate to sue for information that's supposed to be released publicly. A man who refused to allow the voters of New York to vote on whether or not we're going to build a baseball stadium on the west side. He'd rather just ram it in. He hates every aspect of the democratic process. And as far as I'm concerned, Rudy Giuliani is not fit to hold any public office, including the one he holds now, including the one he might run for. And I think the sooner he leaves public life, the better.
You don't want to give the guy credit for anything like a crime reduction?
Well, crime has gone down, but I'll tell you, Joseph Stalin could have gotten the crack dealers off the streets. New York City was in very bad shape.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I can't believe what I'm hearing. These are incredibly extreme attacks on Rudy Giuliani, and you talk about a midlife crisis. The fact of the matter is the only thing that might keep him from running is his health, and I would hardly call that a midlife crisis. And referring to his mental health is way out of line. This man has handled himself and his personal problems with more decorum than the Clintons
You're
could
talking
ever
about Giuliani and decorum in the same sentence?
Well,
this is a guy who attacks anybody who disagrees with him as a jerk, who governs by vendetta and by vindictiveness, by trying to close down mental health services in the district of a council member who sponsored a bill he didn't like.
But Peter, when it comes to his personal problems, which everybody knows erupted to the forefront last week, he hasn't lied about them. Who's in the Oval Office right now.
Exactly.
Well, at least Bill Clinton was discreet. I mean, Rudy Giuliani going out to dinner and going on a 10-block walk with his gal pal. This would be like if Bill Clinton took Monica Lewinsky to a rave or took Jennifer Flowers to a tractor pull. I mean, Giuliani likes to flaunt these things in people's face, and I think it's very humiliating for a woman who was his wife for 16 years, shut up during two affairs.
Let's give Sherry the last word here.
Well, I think those are rather extreme attacks. Rudy Giuliani has conducted his personal life, I think, about as well as can be expected.